has that it factor. He has what it takes to really be special. And now we're going to be taking him step by step, getting him towards that world title, and then we're just hoping for the best. Well, first of all, the power that he possesses with both hands, the footwork that he has. He has very fast footwork. The ring generalship that he shows inside that squared circle is unbelievable. When I saw him spar for the first time, he sparred 12 rounds with all pros.
So, you've never been shy. Golden Boy's never been shy of matching their fighters.
Yeah.
How important is it for you guys to match Frankie Gomez, to make sure, to ensure that he becomes a world champion, especially for Mexican Americans?
Well, I mean, I think we've done a very good job with a few of our amateur fighters that we started off with. Abner Mares is going to be fighting for a world title this year, and you can just take care of him to a certain point, and then once you get into the HBO fights, you got to pretty much let him loose and fight whoever's out there. So, I mean, obviously the first couple years, I mean, we're going to have to build his confidence, build the experience, and then from there, whoever's out there.
Now, already being friends with Oscar, you've known Oscar for quite some time, childhood friends. Do you try to mimic how they paved Oscar's career for Frankie, or do you do another route?
Look, in my opinion, probably the best matchmaker ever is Bruce Trampler.
Right.
Bruce is my friend. I've known him since I was 18 when Oscar first signed with them. And I try to follow the same blueprint that he did. Follow the way he built Oscar, the way he built Sugar Ray Leonard, the way he built a lot of these great fighters, Floyd Mayweather. So there's a formula there, and I try to copy that. But you obviously reach a point where you have to turn the fighters loose. Right. To make the big bucks, you got to fight the big fights. And they either make it happen or they don't. So there's a blueprint out there, and that's what we're going to follow.
You know that it's not a myth that Mexican Americans, for some reason, don't get embraced by the Mexican public from Mexico. Yeah. Is that like an added thing for you, more pressure to ensure that he's a superstar in the game?
I don't necessarily believe in that. I mean, Oscar's a huge star in Mexico. He knows, and each time we've gone to Mexico, I mean, the reception's been great. It's been incredible. I think that a lot of that myth comes from when Oscar beat Chavez, and there was a lot of people that were upset. Obviously, us like Mexicans, we have a lot of pride, and we're very, very loyal to our fighters, to our teams. But no, you know what? I think that by himself, what he's going to accomplish in the ring, that's going to bring out the Mexican people.
So in other words, good thing there's no Julio Cesar Chavez around for him.
No, exactly. I mean, obviously, if there's another guy like that and if he's to beat him, obviously you're going to be a little upset towards him, but ultimately they'll follow him. I mean, look, the Mexicans right now, they're supporting Manny Pacquiao, and he's beat so many Mexicans. Right. So I mean, I think that the Mexican boxing fans are very educated and they like good fighters.
Frankie has your birth date, and he's also comes out of East Los Angeles. But one thing that he doesn't have is that gold medal. How do you push that to the American public in their face to make him a superstar that we're hoping that he's going to be?
Well, if you win fights, if you are in high-profile events, then you will become a worldwide attraction. Obviously, the gold medal to me, the 92 platform was a big giant leap in order to get into the households worldwide. But with Frankie Gomez, we're living in an age now where it's all changed. If you have the talent professionally, if you have the skill, the power that people want to see, and the right team behind you, you can go very far, just as far as you would have winning that Olympic gold medal.
Absolutely. How do you match? Obviously, you got to have some type of strong mental game. Being a fighter, even from a little kid, the maturity has to grow up pretty fast. But the pro game's completely different. As a mentor, what advice can you give Frankie at being at 18 years old?
Well, there's a lot that's gonna change around him. He's not gonna necessarily change. Obviously, he's gonna gain more confidence and he's gonna feel more secure about himself. But what's gonna change are a lot of things that I believe I can prepare him for. I've been there. I've done that. Whether it's you winning your first world title and having more friends than you should, or acquaintances than you should. People wanting to be part of your team, whether it's women coming at you and throwing themselves at you. It's a lot of different issues that you have to deal with. And I think only I can explain to him. So I'll be talking to him. I'll be just hanging out with him as a friend and explaining to him what I went through so he wouldn't have to go through.